Welcome back, Dodecadorks. We're the 12-sided guys. We have Scott as Ornan Hoppelbleacher.
At your service.
Sabrina as Sylvie Everleap.
Oh, hello.
I get it. I understand.
Jordan as Victor Frogrimsky.
Oh, I love you guys.
Matt as Guy of Grants Harbor, where frogs live, in the harbor.
That is my name. Don't wear it out.
And me, Paul, as Glorpaglorp, the Croaking Death, the Lilypad Leaper, the Forking Forked Tongue, Fliesbane, and all-around nice guy, to frogs. Before we hop on in and see what's next for our heroes, why don't you head over to Patreon and become a patron? You can listen to your neighbors' Potatoes, our after show, where we let you be a fly on the wall to all of the behind-the-scenes info from the previous 2 episodes.
Oh my goodness.
And if you're new to the podcast, you should probably head back to our first episode so you can know what's going on. But before you do, go and leap a 5-star rating and a glowing review over on FlyTunes.
Also, we have a potato sack if you want to axolotl questions.
Hey!
I'm not gonna lie,
There's
that one
next
is better than
one.
any of the ones that I came up with. And of course, go check out the merch for sale in the 12-sided guys hop.
Boo!
Is that a shop? Anyway, yeah, what a way to end it. Anyway, if you ever hitched a ride on a turtle's back while you waited for the next log to drift by, then this podcast is for you. It's Crocus of the Frogsaken, episode 71.
Can you say that again? What was the name of the episode?
It's Crocus of the Frogsaken, episode 71.
God.
Oh, yes.
Jeez.
Sometimes I write these and then I forget how golden they are. And then I start reading them and I'm like, this is gold. This is
Oh
gold.
my
And I
gosh.
know
I'm still trying
we
to
have at
parse
least
what you
one-
said.
I know we have at least one listener who's going to love this intro. It's me. I love the intro.
Somebody.
Oh my gosh. Well, hey, welcome back to Chorus of the Forsaken in the Fey Wild. Now, the last time we were together, it was actually only 2 of us. It was just me and Jordan, and we listened to a little bit of Mogram's backstory. But before that, we had quite the adventure in this castle of Fen and Fog. Our heroes went up the stairs from the basement of the castle into a large banquet chamber. There they saw numerous frog knights, frog squires, bullywug bard, as well as multiple froggy doggies, these hounds that were also frogs. In an attempt to communicate with them, to let them know, hey, we're supposed to be here, things were going okay until Guy showed the ring of one of the dead swamp sisters. And that's when the frogs went on the attack.
It was a good idea.
Instantly, over half of the combatants were dead thanks to a spell from Sylvie, the Storm Sphere. Squires and froggy doggies died left and right, but they were also the wieners. The knights were much stronger. The bard was also further to the back, and a fight ensued. After about a round, we also had 2 of these frog chefs come rushing in with their pot-lid shields and their, for some reason, magical spears.
And their awesome hats.
And we had frog legs.
As the fight went on, some of the croaks caused psychic damage. There were other croaks that gave advantage or disadvantage. All kinds of shenanigans were going around left and right. The lone surviving froggy doggy tried to leap and knock somebody over and totally failed. Also, we learned that these frogs have teeth because they were biting with piercing damage.
Also, frog teenagers are just as insufferable as human teenagers.
We learned this.
Yes, we did learn that. But as the last frog knight was brought low, after the bullywug bard, I think is what we called him, was knocked unconscious by Ornan, all of the rest were dead. Some looting took place, including Ornan grabbing some frog plate, this plate armor that has a frog motif all over it, and 2 of these spears, these +1 returning spears, these spears of the master chef,
Hey, Paul,
were taken.
I did say that last time I equipped it, but I realized that it actually taking that spear over encumbered me. So we'll just say my spear. I gave it to Ornan to put in his backpack for the time being.
Okay, gotcha. So you still have your gloves equipped then. You're not attuned to that spear. Okay.
Yes, I have the super useful gloves that help me with climbing and swimming that comes up all the time.
You never know when you have to swim. Hey, we saved a dragon.
Hey, you had a whole adventure under the sea. Under the sea. Under the sea.
Let's say it 1 or 2 more times.
Down. It's better down where it's wetter. Anyway.
Wait, Paul, do the accent. Why aren't you doing the accent, Paul?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Let's move along. Our heroes decided to take a short rest and identified some magical items, including also an amulet that one of the knights was wearing, to the god Glorpaglorp. And after this quote-unquote short rest took place, I made everyone make a wisdom saving throw, and only one of them had to beat it, but it was a difficulty 20, and everybody failed. And yes, I said everybody for some reason.
Everybody.
Everybody fails sometimes.
Our heroes then ventured further into this castle, up the stairs, and into a courtyard. The courtyard was surrounded by walls. There are grass and fey trees growing. There is this one fey tree growing right in the middle with this glowing fruit on it. You can see that at the back, you're at the south end of this courtyard, and at the north end, there are these 3 towers pointing up to the ceiling. I guess they're towers, right? That's what towers do. And they don't point to the ceiling, they point to the sky. Let me say that over again.
No, keep it.
There are three towers at the north end of this courtyard. One of the door on the right, one of these towers is actually blocked by this flame. But that is not what took everyone's attention. For coming out of the bushes, they heard a deep bass croak. And Glorpaglorp, the god of the frog knights that you just killed, has come to wreak vengeance on our heroes. And that is where we are starting right now. We are all going to roll initiative. Also, as you are all rolling initiative, I do need to make one clarification. It was a mistake that I made in our last episode when we were all together, when Sabrina said, "Hey, doesn't Sylvie have Rosetta Stone cast?" And I said, "No, that was from before." I was mistaken. So all of that conversation, Sylvie should have been able to understand. I apologize.
She wasn't paying attention. She was still a little entranced from the dance with the Fae.
Yeah, we're all still thinking of Manhogany.
Exactly.
So she didn't really hear what those teenagers were really saying when we killed them?
I don't think Sylvie has a problem killing teenagers. She'll
that's
she'll
true.
say anything to allow the killing of teenagers.
Yeah, I honestly enjoy the killing better if it's teenagers.
Ornan got an 8.
I also remembered that I have the lucky feat, and so I'm using a luck point to roll with advantage.
Oh, nice. Okay, what did everybody get?
A 10.
Okay.
Mogram got a 21.
Whoa.
So we got a 17.
And Baldric got an 8. We are going to go up to the top of the initiative order. Here is what is happening. This courtyard is pretty large. It's about maybe 100 feet across and maybe 100 feet north to south. In the center, there is this large tree. You can see there's other trees in like garden plots around the outside. And there are some bushes and things. The towers are at the far north end. You guys are at the far south end of this courtyard. And Glorpaglorp, this huge frog hemoth, is over on the kind of on the east side, coming out of these bushes over there. Just so we're aware, Glorpaglorp is massive, easily 20 feet tall at the shoulder.
Jeez.
Which, I mean, that's kind of his highest point because he's also a frog.
He does have those eyes on the top of his head that are weird.
All right, so at the top of the initiative, we've got Mogram.
All right. Sorry, I'm sending you something, Paul. Okay.
It's all been done. That's what it sounded like. That's what you made me
I
think.
actually
You know what?
thought that exact same thing.
And you know what? I do sometimes sing Bare Naked Ladies for karaoke.
Okay.
Sorry, that was super annoying. I'm sorry I said it that way. I apologize to everyone involved.
It's fine. I love Bare Naked Ladies and the band.
Okay.
Hey!
What was it? Real Big Naked Ladies.
Yes, we were
Wasn't
gonna
it
do
Real
a
Big Naked?
we were gonna do a cover band that just did Real Big Fish and Bare Naked Ladies songs and call ourselves Real Big Naked Ladies.
I love it.
Oh, I would love
But it
that.
turns out it's all been done.
before. Okay, so it is Mogram's turn. He sees this massive, flabby-looking frog creature over here that is gigantic.
It's like 20 feet tall at the shoulder. Yeah, it has it threatens an area of 15 feet by 15
Holy
feet. So it's a
cow.
huge
Okay.
creature.
Mogram is going to kind of clutch this little symbol of Kalimvor that he has, like a necklace that he has kind of tucked in his shirt normally, and he's going to mutter this kind of more vocal prayer. It says, Lord Kalimvor, if ever you are to help me now, please send forth your faithful to defend me. And with that, I'm going to cast the Angel of Kalimvor's Faithful and summon this right in front of this gigantic flabby frog.
Honestly, I think I prayed that same prayer after some Taco Bell the other week.
So the with this, there's
Oh.
like a rend in the sky or like in the air in front of it, and like a flash of brilliant white light, and then you see this armored, tall, angelic woman wearing full plate, having a two-handed greatsword, and just kind of this very stern, stoic expression. This is an angel of the faithful of Kalimvor, a deity of pure justice, that is going to come to fight for us.
She's cool as hell.
Oh no, everybody. It's an angel of justice. We just murdered a bunch of teens.
It's okay. She's my friend.
If I know anything
All
about
right.
the justice system, they love that.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
So she shares my initiative count, and she takes her turn immediately after mine.
How big is she?
And
Is she
obeys.
medium-sized?
Large
Oh,
celestial.
she is large. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's my kind of woman.
Yes. Yes.
Please keep it in your pants during the fight.
Sorry.
Ornan's getting out his rope and his pittance. All right.
That's right. You did say there was a surprising amount of climbing involved.
That's true.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. Yes, so anyway, she hefts this large greatsword, and she's going to make 2 attacks at this guy,
Okay.
and the attack modifier is my spell attack. Okay.
Okay.
So first one will be a 14 to hit.
That will hit. Yes.
Yay, okay. And this will do 12 damage. Furthermore, she's going to target herself for this part of the ability, that when she hits, a creature will gain temporary hit points. Oh gosh, only 1 temporary hit point.
Okay.
Hey, we'll take
It was
it.
a
Nice.
D10. Nice.
And then she will attack a second time. 23 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
Ooh, max damage, 13 damage for the next one.
Oh wow. Nice. Okay. Some big hits.
And yeah, Markham's like, yeah, mess her up. Yeah. Or no, don't mess her up. Her need to mess him. Wait a second. Where am I? What's happening right
Do
now?
we know what gender the frog is?
Glorpa Glorp says. Glorpa Glorp.
Is this a holy war? Are we like observing like 2 religions going to war against each other right
Oh man,
now?
I don't know if I want to be a part of that.
Don't overthink it.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. Is that your whole turn then, Magram?
Yeah, I'll step out of the way of the doorway just a little bit. But,
Okay.
so I'm just going to step maybe around the corner here, but that's it.
Okay. It is now Glorpa Glorp's turn. Glorpaglorp is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. His whole movement just to move around this angel. He does not move fast. This is one of those toads that kind of walks as opposed to hops.
He waddles.
Yeah, he looks like he moves like Jabba the Hutt.
Yes. Glorpaglorp gets 3 attacks and another special attack. Was anyone paying attention when I read off the different names for this deity, Glorpaglorp?
Oh, man.
Well, one of them was the forked tongue. As Glorpaglorp opens up its mouth, you see not one tongue, but 4 tongues as they shoot out in different directions. The first thing that's going to happen is I am going to need Ornan. You seem tasty and small. I need you to make a DC 18 strength saving throw.
Oh, good. It was him and not me.
Save me, Angel of Kelmvor.
I've got a 24 because I'm still exhausted. 26 naturally, but... 24.
Okay. This tongue comes streaking out at you and suctions on to your plate armor and attempts to pull you closer to it. However, you manage to keep your footing and the tongue flaps back into his mouth. Then, 2 more tongues come flying out. One comes at Magram and one comes at Ornan. Magram, does a 21 hit you?
Yeah, 21 will hit.
All right, you guys, don't hate me.
Oh, man.
That is going to be 16 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
Oh,
man.
okay. And I have to roll a concentration check.
Don't let her go. Please, Markham.
17. Okay.
Oh, very good. All right. Another tongue comes shooting out at Ornan. Ornan, does a 16 hit you?
A 16 will miss.
And then, last thing that happens, this angel, a bite is coming towards her. Does a 12 hit her?
It does not.
This guy he gets a plus 10 to his hits, to hit, and he can't hit anything. All right. That is Glorpaglorp's turn. It is now Sylvie's turn.
All right. Sylvie doesn't want to use up that many more of her high-level spells because she's starting to run out of all spells. So I'm going to do a 2nd level honing missile for 4 damage, or no, 6 damage. Woo!
It should be 8 damage if you cast it at level 2.
Oh, woo!
8 damage!
Wow, crushed it.
Dude, that's 25% more.
Yeah,
I think Sylvie is actually also seeing the tongue thing. She is going to back away a little bit, hopefully out of his range to some extent.
So Sylvie backs away kind of under some of these trees nearby some of these bushes and stuff that surround the courtyard. All right.
Oh, no.
Guy, it is your turn.
I will say, too, I think I did that wrong. I think it was 33% more. It would have been 25% less.
Oh, you're right.
That's true.
It
You're
went
right.
down
Yeah,
to 6.
that's correct. A
Yeah,
third.
because math is weird.
I know. Okay. Well, speaking of weird, he's going to move forward 5 feet, and then he's going to, that black smoke is going to start pouring from his hand and coalesce into a trident, and he's going to chuck a trident at this frog. So that's my bonus action to produce that, and then I'm going to throw it. It is a 27 to hit.
That will hit, yeah.
Wow.
And that does 9. It does 9 radiant damage.
Okay.
And then I'll follow it up with, there are 2 more kind of shadowy javelins heading out after that with those spectral arms. So that is, the first one is a 22 to hit, and the second one is only a 12.
The 22 will hit.
Okay. So that does an additional 5 force damage.
Okay. All right. Very good. Anything else that Guy is going to do?
That was 5 feet to move forward to get into range. I'm going to go ahead and move back 20 feet. Oh, no, I don't want to go toward those bushes. I'm just going to move back 10 feet. So I'm a little bit farther away from this guy. I'm over by Baldric.
No, join me in the
Okay.
bushes. It's good here. It's safe. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, sleep tight. enjoy your dreams over there.
Uh-oh.
I dream of the bush, too, sometimes.
Oh my gosh. All right. Okay. Now, Ornan, it is your turn.
Right. Ornan is going to run up to the Glorp, and he's going to summon Ethos. So he'll pop out of the ground and start swirling around him. And
So technically you are a large creature now?
Yes.
Okay.
Technically. And Ornan will take his first attack with the hammer. 20 to hit
That'll hit.
for 9 bludgeoning and 2 Ethos damage.
Okay.
And then I will come at it. And that one I'm going to sap it so that it has disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Okay.
Then my next attack is a 16 to hit
That'll hit.
for 16 bludgeoning damage. And
Oh, wow.
this one, I'm going to hit it and I'm going to slow it so its speed is reduced by 10.
Nice.
And then, yeah, and that will be my turn.
Okay, very good. Hey, quick question. So technically Ornan is a small creature, correct?
Yes.
So when you summon Ethos, does it make you one size larger or does it make you large?
Let me read it. It says, if you are smaller than large, you become large.
Okay. Oh, very good. Okay.
Were you going to try to retcon our entire podcast to this point?
Yeah, don't size shame.
You know what? Hey,
Yeah.
we have not encountered this particular issue yet. And we'll see if Glorp gets another turn before we actually can do anything about it. All right, let's see. It is now Baldric the Black's turn. Baldric is also getting very low on spells. He's got 1 4th level. He's got 2 3rd level spells still. He's got
He's
a few
always
first
able
level.
to whip a song out in a crisis, though. I trust him.
Okay, well then he is going to burn a 2nd level spell and do a 2nd level shatter, focusing on just the just Glorp. So Glorp is going to need to make a Constitution saving throw, difficulty 15, and got a natural 20, so manages to save. Ends up taking 20 damage, halved to 10 thunder damage on Glorp from Baldric. Baldric is going to move back into the trees with Sylvie as well. And that is Baldric's turn. Oh wait, as a bonus action, Baldric is going to look at Guy. And
No, give it to Magram. He's got to pass the concentration check.
what's the distance on it? Let's see. Bardic Inspiration, 60 feet. Okay, that's not a problem. Okay, so with 60 feet, I think that is his last. Oh, no, it's short rest. He has them all back.
He has them all back.
Yeah, very good. Okay, so he looks at you, Magram, and he says, "You got this, you son of a bitch. You can get that son of a bitch of a tongue unstuck from you, you son of a bitch." And you have Bardic Inspiration.
He's so good with words.
All right, very good. Well, Magram, it is your turn now. You have Bardic Inspiration. It is a D8. You, however, are grappled.
Yeah.
Yes, escape difficulty 16, unless you don't want to get free.
Technically, when you're grappled, right, the new rules are you have disadvantage on attacking anybody except for the person that is grappling you.
And you have to kiss them on the mouth.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And your speed is 0.
Eno wanawanga.
The Froghemoth is already kissing Magram, so...
Oh, yes, yes. Oh, yes. Deep tongue kissing.
Downright filthy over here.
So you can't get any closer, but that's not really a problem for you.
Well,
Magram.
I guess I'll use. I suppose I'll try to use my action to get out of there. Is it going to be just a strength save, or do I use like an athletics or acrobatics check or something?
I believe it's actually a save now.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, strength or dex, yeah.
I'll use Dex. I'll try Dex to escape this, and then it's a D8 is the Bardic Inspiration die, right?
Yes, it is.
We might need that. So let's see how we do. 9. Okay. Let's see if I can roll really, really well.
That's
with this.
actually a set. Wait, no, don't roll it, because that's actually a 7 because you're still exhausted. You still have exhaustion.
Oh, it is. Okay. That's a good point.
Yeah, so just save that because you know you can't possibly make it. You're still grappled.
Okay. Well, that's a bummer. I will hold off on doing any spells or anything. And I don't think I have anything that I can do for a bonus action right now. So I guess that's it for my turn.
Okay.
I will, though, for the angel, I will yell out, like, come, help support us, and have her move just a little bit closer
Okay.
to, let's see here. I want her within 10 feet of both me and Ornan, if that's possible. So I don't know if maybe going around the top, like the north side of the frog.
Okay. Well, does your angel fly?
Yeah, actually, I think she does. Let me look
Yeah,
at
she
her
can just fly right over the
stuff
top.
right now.
Hell yeah, she's an angel.
Angel of Kelemvor's faithful, speed 30 feet, fly 40 feet. Yes, okay.
Yeah, just fly right over the top.
Okay, so we'll have her fly and be maybe kind of in the air between me and Ornan, but within
Okay.
striking distance of this gigantic frog, Glorpaglorp.
Like right here?
Yeah, and she is going to make a couple of attacks as well.
Okay.
Oh gosh, I didn't realize she does even more damage than I expected.
Uh-oh. Well,
Sorry.
Glorp has been nice knowing you.
Well, I just didn't read. So her hit is 1d10 plus 3 for damage, but it's also plus the spell's level, and it's a level
Oh.
5 spell. So
Level
it would
5
be
spell.
1d10 plus
Get
8.
wrecked,
So
Gord.
that'd be 10 more
cow.
damage that he took last round.
Okay, I'll add that in. Not a problem. I'm not worried.
Okay,
Glorp's the man.
Glorp is a god.
I'm trying to see bonus. I'm trying to see how often the temporary hit point thing procs. It says 1d10 plus 3 plus the spell's level radiant damage, and the spirit can choose itself or another creature it can see within 10 feet of the target. The chosen creature gains 1d10 temporary hit points. I think is that on every single attack?
Well, shoot, is that every attack or every turn?
Is it every attack action that you take, or is it every individual attack as part of the attack action?
So it has multi-attack. Spirit makes a number of attack equal to half this spell's level rounded down.
Okay, so then it would just be one time. Then when she does that action, it just
Yeah.
be one time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's still once per round.
Yeah, so when she does multi-attack, she gets to do it once.
Okay, cool. Okay, so we'll have her go ahead and make some attacks then.
Okay.
The temporary hit points, we're going to target Mogrim for this one because he took a little bit of damage.
Okay.
So first attack is a 25 to hit,
That will hit. Yeah, for sure.
14 damage. And then
Okay.
for temporary hit points for Mogrim is again a natural 1.
Oh, no. Okay.
All right, and then she'll attack one more time for 15 to hit.
Yeah, 15. That'll hit. Yeah.
Okay, and then add another 5 on top of this one, which is another 9 plus 5, so another 14 damage.
Nice. Okay, very good. All right, is that your turn?
That is it.
Wait, you still got a tongue on you, right?
I do still have the tongue on me.
Oh, great.
All right. So the first thing that Glorp is going to do is going to move up 5 feet, not leaving anyone's threat range, but is also now closer to Mogrim.
Oh gosh, guys.
Guy, I need you to make a strength saving throw, difficulty 18, as a tongue comes shooting out at you.
Normally, I'm into this kind of thing.
It's exactly what it sounded like.
Oh, it's a 17, and I don't have bardic inspiration.
Nope. Whoop. Suddenly, this tongue strikes you, catches you off guard, sticks to your horse girl breastplate, and you're yanked, not off your feet, luckily, but you are brought all the way up to within 5 feet of Glorp.
No, not my horse girl breastplate.
Yes, your horse girl breastplate. And then we have got a bite attack coming at Guy.
Oh man.
Does a 27 hit you?
Of course it does. Did you even have to ask?
He just wanted to rub it in.
You take only 16 damage, piercing damage.
Ornan is going to use his sentinel ability to attack the frog right now because it attacked someone that wasn't him.
Okay. Go ahead, make your attack.
That's a 28 to hit
That'll hit.
for 15 bludgeoning damage.
Chivalry isn't dead.
All right, that's a great
Nice.
hit, Guy. You thought that hit would have looked really, really good had you not been suddenly sucked into the frog hemoth's mouth, and you are blind and restrained.
Okay.
You have total cover from other attacks,
Oh, good. Okay.
but you can feel as you are dripping down into its gullet, you can almost smell this acrid smell of some very powerful acid here in the stomach of the froghemoth. We now have 2 more tongues come shooting out. One at Ornan. Ornan, does a 17 hit you?
17 will miss.
And then another one at Ornan. Does a 27 hit you?
A 27 will hit.
All right. You are going to take 20 bludgeoning damage.
-4 to 16.
Okay. You are also grappled. And with that, the froghemoth is going to, he used 5 feet of movement. 5, 10, 15. Oh, wait. 15. That's as far as he can go. So he does leave Ornan and the angel's threat range, but Ornan and Magram, you are both grappled by these tongues. You do not move with him, though. The tongues stay out and just hold you in place.
So I've already used my attack of opportunity, so I don't think I can do it again.
Okay. So then Magram and the angel will too, I think.
Yep. So, okay. Magram will swipe out with a little knife he has. 17 to hit
That'll hit, yeah.
for 5 damage.
Okay. All right, very good. And then how does your angel do as she attempts to strike as well?
23 to hit,
Yeah, that'll hit.
15 damage.
It is now Sylvie's turn.
Oh man. Okay. How's the frog looking? How's Glorp Glorp looking?
Rough.
Okay.
No, that's a dog. A frog says croak.
It's ready to croak, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. Then Sylvie is going to again second level cast magic or honing missiles. Oh my gosh! And this time she rolled a 4, so that is 5 times 4 is 20. Hey, that's not bad.
All right.
20 damage.
Try to aim it for his throat to weaken the skin so he can cut out.
Yeah, what does that look like as Glorpa Glorp breathes out this huge...
It's kind of like a surgeon's gun or like something that you would see from a Star Trek where like as my killing move, I just kind of give him a nice slice down the throat so that way he can kind of poke his way out.
Nice. Okay. You have defeated Glorpa Glorp, and we are going to cue victory music. But we are not leaving initiative.
Oh, great. Because I'm
Okay.
I'm in a dead body, still being digested by the acid.
All right, here is what happens. If the froghemoth dies, any swallowed creature is no longer restrained by it and can escape from the corpse using 10 feet of movement, exiting prone. However, you still will take the acid damage, because that happens at the beginning of your turn, and crawling out of Glorpa Glorp's mouth happens afterwards.
Okay.
Here we go. You take only 8 acid damage as you then pull yourself out of the gullet of this massive amphibian.
I like to think that I come like sliding out like a water slide all covered in slime, and I'm just laying on the ground like Peter Venkman on Ghostbusters.
It's Ace Ventura coming out of the rhinoceros is what it is.
Yes, that's better. Exactly.
Oh
He
my
is
gosh.
naked for some reason.
Yes, exactly.
Ooh.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, you have managed to not just defeat the Court of Fen and Fog, but also kill their god. Here you are in the courtyard of the castle of Fen and Fog, with these 3 towers to the north and plants growing all around you. Sylvie, make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, yeah, Sylvie will be trying to step out of here though as I'm walking out. 5. Classic.
Okay. Sylvie, you breathe in a huge breath as as Glorpa Glorp falls to the ground dead. I think that you saw it hopping towards you, kind of the slow hop that some toads do, thinking, oh crap, am I next? Is that tongue coming for me? And you take in a breath of relief, and instantly your lungs start to burn, and you are going to take 8 acid damage as these spores burn down your throat and get into your lungs.
Ouch.
Let's see how Baldric does. Baldric is going to make a Constitution saving throw, and he managed to get a 5. He also is going to take some damage. He takes 8 acid damage as he hustles out of these bushes.
We're twins.
That is where we are now. You guys are here in this courtyard.
Guy is going to approach the angel woman and say, I don't believe we've been introduced, ma'am.
Gee, get out of here. It's clearly Ornan's type.
She speaks in a powerful voice in Celestial in something you probably don't understand.
Nope.
Oh my gosh.
Ornan is also gawking, but not saying anything.
Does she look like powerful and stern?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
She looks like she could bend me over her knee and spank me.
Yes.
Is that what she looks like?
We can all take
It
turns.
looks like, and she probably has to many a person.
I'll turn to Mogram and say, she looks like your type.
He is speechless, just in awe at this celestial creature that is kind of hovering in the air above him. My throat needs to be stepped on.
Oh my god. I knew it.
Did you-
I knew it.
Did you meet her in the other plane?
Yes, she resembles one of the faithful that I met in the other plane, but she is much larger here.
You're not expecting me to do her voice, are you?
No. And she would turn to Mogrim. Yeah, she would turn to Mogrim and in Celestial say to him, and he does speak Celestial, so he would understand. But
Right,
she
and
would
Sylvie
say,
does
like,
too, because I used Rosetta Stone, right? Is that what we're on?
I think now it technically has worn off because now you guys have had a short rest.
All right, you, Paul. I'm just joshing you.
So she would turn to Mogrim and say, "Greetings, mortal. Message of support from the Lord of the Dead. I have come to answer your call. Tell me what you need of me." And Mogrim would respond, kind of bowing and saying, "I am grateful that you've heeded my prayers. We come to reclaim someone who was unjustly taken from us. Thank you for your assistance."
Wait, does she disappear? Does she disappear or does she stay here?
She lasts an hour. Yeah.
Oh man, I can't last an hour. That's crazy.
Not with old Glorp over here.
Oh my gosh. Baldric comes over really quick and he puts his hand on your shoulder, Sylvie, and he says, Is everything okay? Like, are we
Yeah.
good?
Sorry, I jumped into the bushes. My throat's killing me.
Okay. Well, here, you got this. And he kind of rubs your shoulders and he goes, "You bitch."
Aww.
And he gives you some bardic inspiration.
Love that guy.
And moves on to give bardic inspiration to. He will give it to Guy and Ornan. So now each of you have bardic inspiration, and he is all
Nice.
out again.
And I will turn to Baldric and say, thank you for that vote of confidence. I believe in you. And give him a bardic inspiration. So now we all have a bardic inspiration.
Yay!
You get a bardic inspiration.
Oh, and Angel Lady, you look really tough. I believe in you too.
Yeah, I'm sure she might not even respond or acknowledge you at this point. She's just like stoically staring off into the distance, I think, hovering above the ground.
So I've been partially digested. Is there anything anybody can do for me? I guess, you know what? I'm going to use a level 3 spell slot, and I'm going to do Investiture of the Void and give myself 15 temporary hit points, but I'm still down some. So
I can. I've got a second level bandage kit here. Let me administer this to you. That's 19 points of healing.
It's just a bunch of bluey band-aids
Oh,
and,
thank
and some
you.
kisses.
yes. Okay, I'm feeling much better. All right. Let's head on. Hopefully that's the last kind of major obstacle before we find the last of these swamp sisters.
Yep. And then I'll have the angel. Margrim will say, "Come with me if you will,
If you want to live.
if you want to live." Yeah. So he's gonna ask the angel to kind of follow close and come with them.
Okay, awesome.
I will also make the scepter into the queen's right hand again, so I'm ready for an attack.
Okay. Yeah, Baldur kind of started wandering off to the north as you guys were doing that. You guys have all kind of followed behind. As you approach the north end of this courtyard, you see that there are 3 towers. There's a tower kind of on the west side. They all kind of make this sort of a tight, small little courtyard where the one tower, like these towers are like basically touching. So they make this little courtyard with a tower on the west, a tower on the north, and a tower on the east. And the tower on the east has this massive, like 15-foot tall flame protecting the door. The other 2 doors, however, have nothing protecting them except for what looks like a sturdy lock.
Do you suppose that this is her tower and this is how she's staying secluded, separate from everyone?
I think that's probably the case. The only one on fire.
Are there windows on this tower?
As you look up at these towers, you do not see any windows. It is like, except for at the very, very top, you see kind of some ornate, almost stained glass windows. But all the way up, it is stark.
I can spider person climb.
And we have a giant angel. We have a giant woman who could maybe fly us up there.
Oh yeah, well that's cool. Use the eagles as your Deus Ex Machina.
All I want to do is see you turn into a giant woman.
A giant woman.
So there is a giant woman. There is spider climb. There are options. What do you guys want to do? There are 2 doors that do not have fire in front of them.
I see those red herrings, Paul.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just, whatever.
I could try to unlock the door, but we got to get this fire gone.
I'm tempted to check out at least one of them.
Well, can we not send the angel up and just peek in the window? Just do a little peek in, Tom? Not a lot?
Okay. Yeah. I'll ask her. Yeah. Margrim will ask her. So he turns to the angel and says, "Your Holiness, would you do some reconnaissance for us and fly up and see what is happening in the windows of that tower with the flaming door?" And she'll nod curtly to him and respond, "Yes, mortal, your request shall be granted," and we'll go ahead and do that.
Okay. Does she have any kind of special sight, or does she just have, like, dark vision?
Dark vision, that's kind of
Okay.
it.
Yeah. All right. So she flies up. Is anybody else going to do anything as she's investigating some of these windows?
I'll try to lockpick this door. We'll check to see if it's locked and then lockpick it if it is.
Sure thing. Yeah, go ahead and make a thieves tool check.
That's a nat 20 for a 26.
Woo!
As you stick the lockpicks in and you start to work on it, the angel gets to the window just as click, the door opens with like a squeak, and even like some dust shakes down off of the lock or some rust. It looks like this lock, this door looks like it's been shut for years, potentially. Shut and locked.
All right, now I'll just Aragorn the door open. Aragorn!
You throw the door open after breaking your toe, kicking a helmet, and there is a spiral staircase in front of you going up.
The beacons have been lit.
A different game. Every time we come to a door, we don't have a rogue or anybody to pick the lock, so my barbarian just shouts Aragorn and shoves every door open.
I love that.
That's really good. All right, yeah, this door is unlocked and open, and you can see this staircase going up. You can't help but notice, but there's like spider webs and dust all over everything. It looks like this place has not seen a footfall for years. It's been shut up for a long, long time. Why doesn't everyone make an insight check as you guys are looking in here?
Okie dokie.
My insight is this is not a great place to be honest.
Morning got a 20.
Mogram got a 14.
Guy also got a 14.
Sylvie got a 4.
Magram and Guy and Sylvie, you guys, okay, yeah, this, for some reason, this tower has been shut for a long time, and you're not quite sure why. Ornan, you think that it actually has something more to do with potentially the death of one of the sisters. You, having been here for, at this point, who knows how long.
Shut up, I hate you.
No.
You recognize that the Feywild, the wild here is unpredictable, and it reacts in weird ways, and maybe this tower is shut and locked and old and dusty and decaying because the owner of the tower is dead and decaying. Maybe there's a link that way. Maybe this tower hasn't actually been shut for years. Maybe it's just not used anymore. So you get the impression that there's some weird fey magic going on as the angel comes and touches down. And what she informs you is that the windows are dark, but what she could see did not make sense. That the inside appears larger than the outside of the tower. And that's really all she can say.
The Feywild do be doing that, girl. Don't worry.
Oh no, everybody. I didn't realize we were dealing with a Time Lord. This tower's obviously a TARDIS. I mean, sorry. Inspector Spacetime.
There's a fire on the west, there's a locked door to the north, and there's an open door to the west.
I think we should go through the burning one.
Yeah, I think we should.
I can try. There's one thing I could try to do. I'm not sure if it would work, but I have a bit of Dark Lotus extract, and I use this to undo certain magical effects. I could attempt to use this on the fire to see if it is a magical fire and might be able to be extinguished that way.
Okay.
I mean, go for it.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to try, probably. Hopefully.
Okie dokie.
Can Sylvie do like an Arcana check or something to see if that might work before he does it and blows himself up?
Okay. First off, I need to know what the Black Lotus, what the real rule is. Is it dispel magic?
Yeah, it's dispel magic.
Okay. Sylvie, you don't even need to make an Arcana check. You recognize, if this Black Lotus extract, this Dark Lotus extract works the way that you've seen it work in the past, it should. However, you recognize that this is a powerful enchantment. So, Magram, what level Dark Lotus extract are you using?
Just a 3rd level.
Okay. You need to roll, and you need to beat a 15.
Okay. Oh, I got a 22.
Nice.
Ooh. You sprinkle this Dark Lotus extract. You can see the fire starting to fizzle and fight and pop. Before, it wasn't leaving any sparks or embers or anything like that, and then it starts, you see like sparks shooting off as this flame suddenly dies, and poof, goes out. And you see now there is a door behind the flame. You see also that this door looks just like the other 2 doors here in this smaller little courtyard surrounded by these 3 towers. However, now that you've noticed that the tower door on the west and on the north look old and unkempt and even rusted and decaying, this door and lock appear brand new, sparkling and shiny, as if the wood was just waxed earlier today.
Someone's been polishing this wood.
For some reason, that made me think of the movie Son-in-Law, where Pauly Shore was calling out the square dancing, and he's like, and buff the wood, and buff the wood. Do you remember that?
I remember that movie, but I do not remember Buff the Wood. I do not. I just remember, can I call you Dad?
Anyway, shall I try to pick this door as well?
Yeah, why didn't you go for it?
Since I've already picked one of these locks, would it potentially be like give me some kind of an advantage to pick this one?
He's felt these locks before.
Or somebody can help you.
Oh yeah, anyone want to help me?
I'll give you advantage. Somebody can just be helping you.
Sylvie will shine a light. She'll hold her flashlight up.
Okay. So that is a 22 to pick the lock.
All right, with a 22, click. This opens up crisply, and the doors, as they start to swing inward, the hinges are oiled and almost brand new. There is not a sound at all. Beyond the doors, you see a spiraling staircase that goes up. You also see there are niches in the wall, and there are candles that are lit. Tall white candles that looks like they have not burned for more than just a few minutes.
Not that that means anything here.
Let's head up. Who wants to take point? Does the angel want to take point, and then Ornan?
Either way.
I mean, giant woman, you are pretty giant.
I will ask for her to go first.
Milady? Are you a fusion?
I hope you are.
Dude, Ornan, you don't ask that. Come on.
Sorry.
You do notice also that these doors are big. Like, all these doors look to be sized like one size up for people who are like 10 feet tall as opposed to like 5.5 to 6 feet tall.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, so the angel feels right at home.
So I was on my tiptoes picking that lock.
Yeah, and as this angel steps up to this door, it looks like it's sized just for her.
Margrim will ask the angel. He'll say, "Your Holiness, would you mind assisting us by helping to lead the way into this tower? We fear the dangers within, and we feel that you are best suited to confront them." And she again nods curtly and says, "Of course, faithful, your request shall be granted." And she will lead the charge into the tower.
Awesome. All right. What is the order? So she is going first.
Ornan will go next.
Sylvie's next to Baldric.
Guy will go right behind Ornan. So Angel, Ornan, Guy.
I'll go after Guy.
We love to watch you go.
Hate to see you leave.
Yeah. Oh, yes, that was the first part.
Real quick for our listeners, it looks like where Sabrina has placed Sylvie, it looks like Baldric is carrying her. It's really kind of cute. All right, you guys start to make your way up
Baldric. I was here first.
You guys start to make your way up these stairs. The stairs are stone, but they are like a beautiful, sort of like a yellowish white stone. The walls are there. It's white brick that is laid perfectly. You can see sort of the mortar lines, but it's almost more decorative than actually like rough mortar lines between the bricks and stones. As you start to wind your way up, you even start to smell like floral scents. You smell some not like the fey trees and things. I'm not saying you're like breathing in these spores that are going to either hurt you or put you to sleep or anything. It smells like you're in a garden. It smells like, almost like the glass house of Shantea. All these different...
Oh no, Lil Fey was a Fey.
Yes, her name was Lil Fey. Yes. Okay. As you wind around, you figure you've gone one time around this tower. This tower is pretty wide around, though. It's got to be like 20-foot diameter. And as you go winding around one time, suddenly it opens into a room. And as you step into this room, the first thing you notice before you notice anything else about the room is that the room is larger than the tower that you were just coming up. And when you think back on standing in the courtyard and looking up at the tower, it was a smooth wall all the way up. There was no wider part or narrower part. It was just like a smooth cylinder. But here you are standing in this room that has got to be about 40 feet across, almost twice as big diameter as the shaft of the tower you were climbing. Now, before anyone laughs at me saying shaft, I do want to say this.
Damn it!
I was muted. I did
He is a
laugh.
bad mother. Shut your mouth.
No, I do not have a map for this particular room, in case anyone's wondering, okay? But as you look around the room, you see at the far end of this room is circular. At the far end of the room, you do see that there is a staircase. There's like a little doorway leading out to another hall and a staircase that continues to wind its way around the tower, continuing its upward direction. But this room that you enter in, this 40-foot diameter room, is a bedroom. You see a large 4-poster bed. You see windows all along the side. They are leaded and they have a sort of like a wood frame around them. The wood looks very, very rich, very dark, very well sculpted. You see that there are dressers and there is like a cupboard. There is like a desk, all this different furniture, but it's all sized up for somebody who would be, 10 feet tall. There is this vanity table with this beautiful ornate mirror that has gold like gilding all around it. There is this massive like brush and like a perfume bottle. You see that there's like a jewelry box full of jewels and like rings and necklaces. This looks like the bedroom of a queen or a princess. And here you are. Is there anything you would like to do?
Is the only like entrance and exit where we came from and those stairs up, or is there another?
This is it. This is it. There is one small little area off to the side that looks like it's probably a little privy or something. But that's it. There is all this furniture, and it's basically a bedroom. You see on the walls there are like tapestries that are hanging that depict pictures and scenes of like a forest and river and lake and swamp, but like not gross, disgusting bog, but like just beautiful wetlands. You see that this is like the artwork in here is like a stylized, beautiful version of swamp.
Paul's cursed me twice, so I'm not touching anything.
Is there anybody in the bed?
No, the bed is empty. The bed is made though.
Correct me if I'm wrong. As we've come into this fortress, this palace, we've basically seen everything that was clear to see except for the other two towers. So there's not really anywhere else she could be hiding Annalise or Jib Jab except for here in this tower, right?
And I think that just means we have to go up, right?
Baldric says, unless there's like secret passages or something.
Oh, shut up.
Should we start tapping the stones just in case?
Every single stone.
Like from the play.
Yes. I just wanted to make sure that like I wasn't going crazy and that we just skipped the dungeon or something.
Well, to be honest, I don't think this place super fits reality, so the dungeon could be anywhere. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we went up another level and it looked like it was underground, so...
All right, well, just remember, she's going to try to make a deal. She's going to try to trick us. And she does have information
No
that we
deal.
need. If Jib Jab and Annalise aren't there with her, then I'm afraid she might have more, sway in the conversation than I'd like. Because we need to find them, and we're going to need to talk to her about it.
Baldric, as you guys are kind of heading over towards the other staircase, he's like, I just thought of something. Do you think she knows we're here?
I think, of course she does.
She'd have to, yeah.
Well, that sucks.
You not think she knows we're here?
I didn't think about it.
Oh, I assumed as soon as we kind of came through her portal, she probably knew we were here.
I think she's probably expecting us, but to be fair, she's got to be scared. We did kill her sister, friends, lovers. I don't know how hags do it.
I don't know. I saw the movie Stardust, and at the end, spoilers, Michelle Pfeiffer sure seemed pretty happy when her sisters were dead.
Oh, I always thought they were polyamorous, but I could be mistaken.
Ornan sounds so disappointed.
Oh. Well, are you guys going to go up the stairs, continuing along the same order?
I mean, unless if like there's a perception check or something we can do just to make sure we're not missing like a secret passageway. I think Sylvie's down to go up.
There's a pile of jewels on that table, but Orden's not touching them.
I don't think we need to take anything from the Feywild. It's anything that can tempt you here is probably not something you need.
Ornan says, "That's right," as he's wearing his frog armor that he stole from a frog in the Feywild.
Oh, he's thinking of Manhogany is what he's thinking.
Oh, guys, I just had the worst thought. And Paul, do the returning spears, when you make them return, does your tongue turn into a frog's tongue to retrieve the spear for you?
Oh my god,
That's
yes,
great.
it does.
Yes, it does
It
now.
definitely does.
It 100% does now.
That's incredible.
You can't help but go, "Ah!" and then your tongue comes shooting out. I love that. Thank you so much, Matt. That is great. See,
Oh.
this is what I love about D&D. It is cooperative world building and storytelling. Suddenly, these spears, they're more meaningful. Okay, very good. You guys start moving up the stairs, ignoring the jewels, the crowns, the rings, the wardrobe full of fine clothing as you
The giant bed that we all could easily sleep on.
The
Because
booby
it's made for a
traps.
large person.
as you move your way up the staircase. You come to this room at the top. The staircase empties out into this large, 20 foot by 20 foot room. And on the north side of the room, there is an archway that is open. You can see there is actually a curtain that hangs across the archway, and it is pulled open. It's held back with these beautiful ties. The curtains themselves have gold edging on them. These look incredibly expensive. You see that on the walls in this room, there are arrow slits that dot the walls. And as you look out through the archway, you can see, because you're looking at the archway on the north wall, there is a hallway, a big, wide, 10-foot wide hallway that heads off to the east. But on the far wall, you see that there are arrow slits. And to the right, you can see that the hallway ends at this wall, and there's more arrow slits. It's like you're in a castle that is ready to be defended. But here you are in this room.
Remember our marching order, right? Well, I guess you have pretty good AC, right, Magram?
I do actually have pretty good AC.
Okay, probably better than mine. Okay, never mind. You can stay right there with me.
As you guys start moving further and further into this hallway, you can see that the hallway continues on to the west, and on the south side of this hallway, halfway down the hall, you see that there is another archway. There's actually two archways. One is kind of in the center of this hall on the south wall, and the other is at the far end. And these archways match the the archway that you just came through. However, these have curtains that have been drawn across them. These curtains are actually black. But not just are they black, they are dingy and faded, and they're even crumbling. That is what you see on the south wall of this hallway as it stretches off for 100 feet or so to the west. Again, this room is larger than it should be based on what you saw below. On the north side of the hallway, about halfway up from the entrance that you came in on the east side, halfway down the hall on the north, you see a large archway that opens up into some kind of a room, but you guys have not gotten close enough to look into that archway yet. The smell of flowers and of kind of vegetation is even more here. However, underneath it, there is also that smell of decay and mud and just kind of dampness that you associate with the swamp.
Yeehaw, let's keep going.
Giddy up.
All right, giant woman, lead the way.
Come, mortals.
What did she say? I think she's into me.
Okay, we're gonna stop.
I think I got a
right
chance
there.
with this one.
Thanks, the so and so. Wait, what's her face?
I think I have a chance with this guy.
Bat. Teen Girl Squad. All right, as you come to the center, kind of the midpoint of this hallway, you look to the right through this archway on the north wall, and you can see into the room. What you see is a very large room. It is easily 120 feet square. Down the center of the room, you see there is golden and green tile work that goes from the south end where you enter all the way to the north wall. And then halfway up, there is another walkway, a 20-foot wide walkway that heads to the east and to the west. But in each of these corners, where the walkway is not, you see that it is actually full of swampy brown water.
Is it poo-poo pee-pee water? Is it poo-poo pee-pee water?
It looks like swamp water. And it smells like swamp water. You can smell
That's
the...
literally just alligator pee-pee poo-poo water.
Yes, you smell that alligator pee-pee poo-poo water, as well as roses and tulips and...
various other flowers.
various other flora, yes. And what you also notice is, so if you are entering from the south side of this room, the raised areas above the pee-pee poo-poo water is basically a cross, right? Or a T. So from north to south, and then in the middle from east to west, it is all raised up. And on the east side and on the west side, you see that there are these little raised platforms with what looks like thrones, but both of these thrones, the one on the east and on the west, both have black drapery hung over the thrones. And at the north end, straight ahead from where you come in, you see a 10-foot tall, beautiful woman.
Oh.
Dark skin,
Oh,
crown
hello.
on her
Hi.
head, a revealing gown that looks like it cost 100 gold at least. She is very tall. She is 10 feet tall, but in proportion. You see, I'm going to have everyone make a perception check as well in just a second.
She be perceived.
Guys, I think we're in the wrong place.
As you see that there's also like a green throne behind her, but behind the throne, you see something you were not expecting to see. You see sort of a little cluster of crystals. And on the other side of behind her, there's another little cluster of crystals, but in the middle between them, there is some sort of apparatus. It looks like a metal disc on the ground with some chains coming up. There's a large blue crystal being held in place by these chains that tie it to the ground on this metal disc. And from that crystal is arcing power from these small cluster crystals on either side. There is some sort of arcane crystal something going on behind. We'll just call her Princess Violet.
I'll just call her Mommy.
Yeah, seriously. So we got a nat 20 perception, whatever that means, because she
Okay.
be looking.
You got a 24.
Okay.
Ornan got a 13.
Mogram got a 26.
Okay. And Baldric got a 21. Wow. Everybody did really well except for Ornan. Ornan, you only got a 13. So, Ornan, you are captivated by this woman. You were not expecting this at all, and it takes your breath away. Everybody else, you see that she is looking at you. She smiles. One, you notice her eyes don't actually focus on any of you. Also, she smiles, and you see her teeth are just a little too sharp. And on her hands, she has beautifully lacquered, painted nails that are a little too long. Her fingers are a little too long, and her nails are just a little too long and a little too pointed for you to
Guess I don't
actually
think she's
get.
as hot as she looks. Well, she probably is as hot as she looks, but I think she's catfishing us.
I like catfish.
Oh, one last thing I forgot to say, that coming up out of each of these four ponds, so each of the four quadrants, there's like the swamp water in each of the four corners. There's also a big pillar that goes up to support the roof, which is, the roof is 90 or 100 feet above you. And as you look up, it is this barrel vaulted, kind of pointed Gothic arch style barrel vaulted ceiling. The windows around this room are these large, sort of leaded, but almost like stained glass-esque windows. Craftsmanship is amazing in here. This is palatial. And if it weren't for the pee-pee-poo-poo alligator water, the swamp water in here, you might think that you are in a throne room. As you walk in, this woman turns from the crystals behind her, and she says, I wondered if you would come. Welcome to the Court of Fen Fog. Have you come to take it from me?
I mean, we were looking for our friends Annalise and Jib Jab.
Yep. Yep.
Are we sure this is the right woman?
This is her. I have no doubt.
She says, Ornan, I remember you. The last we saw each other was on a bridge in Cladvina. You're here for your friends. A deal was struck. Our help was given. The threat to Cladvina was contained.
And how exactly was your help rendered?
Do you think a walking tour through a zombie, ravaged Cladvina is payment enough for giving up 2 of our friends?
Yes.
Bull.
You
That's
sought
crazy.
to stop the threat to Cladvina. And we helped you do that. Is Cladvina not safer now than it was before? The power of the one you call Jib Jab is no longer threatening the mortal realm. This is a good thing. It is a good day.
Was it worth your sisters? Is it worth your life?
Or lovers, Ornan. Stop. We don't know.
Or lovers, polyamory, no judgment.
You see her turn her head towards the 2 shroud-covered thrones. And you also notice again that her eyes don't focus on them. But she turns back then towards you, and she says, they knew that there was a chance they would not come back. And they also know that there was a chance I wouldn't come back. There will be others to join my court.
Look, we don't necessarily have to kill you like we did your sibling lovers, but we do have to get our friends back.
A deal was made and you wish to go back on it?
Yes, and we will kill you if not.
She looks at Magram specifically and points at you, and she says, a deal was made with you, and yet another took your place. And you still wish to go back on it? According to the deal we made, your soul is forfeit more than the one you call Annalise. I can come for you instead.
That was not a deal. That was never the deal. There were never any details given of the deal. You said, here, take this. It will help you. That's all you said.
You did not ask.
The truth was, it did nothing for us. You did nothing for us. If you claim that you helped, the reality is that you did absolutely nothing to turn the tide of that conflict. That was all upon us. And so we have come to reclaim what you gave or what you took from us unjustly.
Did you not get to Jib Jab in peace?
Yes, and now Jib Jab's gone. We needed to talk to them.
You moved across a city infested with the undead without being bothered at all.
We moved through your castle without being bothered either. Laying waste to all your froggies.
Well, there was some frog bothering, but that's okay. We like a little challenge.
I got eaten, guys.
I think Margrim is like, I am tired of your games. If there was a bargain struck, it was never clear what the terms were, and you knew that. And if there was help that was rendered, it was pitiful compared to what we had to do to ensure the safety of that place. And so we have come to reclaim what you unjustly took from us. You can either do so willingly, or we can kill you and do it through force.
Let me say something really quick, everybody. You didn't make the terms of your agreement very clear. Guess what? We didn't either. Turns out our agreement was that we could come back for them. You would give them to us, or we'd have to kill you. You didn't ask.
Yep, it was in the fine print.
It was an addendum.
Like drop. Get riggedy wrecked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh! All
Can you
right.
say riggedy wrecked again, please?
Okay, I need Sylvie and Baldric to make dexterity saving throws. Difficulty 17. Ooh, Baldric got a 7.
No!
All right, Sylvie got a 2 plus the Baldric inspiration, which is a 6.
You didn't have to use your inspiration for that one. Oh my gosh.
Save the inspiration.
As you guys are talking, suddenly bursting out of the water on the right and on the left, out of these two different ponds of scummy water, a grasping vine reaches out, grabs Baldric around the ankle, and drags him out into the water and underwater. And Sylvie, the same thing happens to you. You are pulled 20 feet out, which pulls you directly down into the water. You are underwater. You are also
Not drowning, because Sylvie casts water breathing every morning, remember?
true. You are not drowning.
Not today, at least.
These two vines pull Baldric and Sylvie underwater, and we are going to roll initiative.
Ooh, Guy got a nat 20 for a 22.
Ornan got a 13.
Oh, Margrim got a 9. I got a rock.
I knew you were going to say that.
Sylvie got a 25.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right. Baldric got a 16. All right. At the top of the initiative, Sylvie, your initiative is 25. You are underwater, which means if you want to get out of this water, you can breathe just fine. But movement is halved to get anywhere in this water as you are swimming. Too bad somebody didn't want to put on the amulet of Glorpaglorp.
Jesus. Yeah, Sylvie will be able to just barely get to the edge here and get out. And that, I guess, will be her turn for the moment.
Oh, because you had to use your action to dash to get out?
Yeah, because I only have 30 feet of movement.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Sylvie, you pull yourself up onto the green tiles and into the onto this walkway, the center of this throne room. Guy, it is your turn.
All right, Guy is going to brandish the queen's right hand as he marches forward 30 feet, right to the middle of the room. And he's going to, as he's walking, he is going to cast a castigating inscription on her. So now I'm going to give her disadvantage on strength checks. Not saving throws, but just strength checks. And she'll take some additional damage if I am able to hit her with anything. With my action, we'll send some arcane bursts her way. Ruptis. The first one was only a 10, but the second one was a dirty 20.
That'll hit.
Okay, so that does 8 force damage plus 6 necrotic, so 14 total.
Nice. Okay. Very good. Anything else that Guy is going to do?
That was all my movement, my action, and my bonus action, so I'm going to stay there.
Okay. At initiative 20, we have a lair action.
Oh, shoot, we're in her lair.
Oh, man.
I never think about that. And I'm in the middle of her lair.
Suddenly rising up out of the water from all four corners of the room, fog rises up and covers the center of this room, right where the cross section is of these two walkways, the north and south walkway and the east and west walkway. Guy, you are inside of this fog cloud, and you cannot see anything more than 5 feet from you. And nobody can see on the other side of what happens. But that is the layer action. And now at initiative 15, we have Princess Violet. Nobody can see what is happening, but Guy, you are blind.
Yep.
So these attacks are coming at you with advantage. 1 bite attack.
Okay, I'm actually going to use a luck point to give her disadvantage, so let's just make it a straight roll.
Okay. Okay, well, then that is going to be a 25 to hit.
That hits, yeah. But she takes 15 cold damage right away.
And you take 11 piercing damage.
Okay.
That was the bite, and then you have 2 claw attacks coming at you. First attack is a 25, and the second attack is a 26. Those are both going to hit. These claw attacks, as these extra long, that means she takes more damage, at least for the first one.
Unless she does 4 damage, unless she does less than 4 damage, she'll only take 15 additional damage.
She cannot deal less than that. So she's going to take how much? 15 more?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There is this as the vesture of the void explodes as she strikes you twice, once with her mouth and then once with one of these claws. You are still going to take 11 more slashing damage now, and then with the last attack you are going to take 17 slashing damage.
Okay. So I got to make 3 concentration checks. Okay.
Yes.
Let's see. I got a 12, an 18, and an 18. So I still have the castigating inscription is still up on her.
Nice. Very, very good. Okay. Well, that is her turn. Ornan Opalbleacher, it is your turn.
All right, Ornan, his goal, since he can't see where she is, so he's going to drink some of his mycelium mead, get a little health back, and heal for 13. And that'll also let him move half of his movement for free. So he'll move 15 feet up, 5, 10, 15. So he's just in the can't see section. And then the plan is to just run straight forward to try to get to the other side.
Yeah, you are running through the fog, just like head down like a football player, not looking where you're going, and suddenly, bam, you run into something rock solid.
Them boobies.
You hear this as you hit Princess Violet.
Oh dear. I am going to attack, probably with disadvantage.
Yes, with disadvantage.
18 to hit.
Yeah, that will hit.
For 16 bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
And Ornan is going to sap her with that one. So she'll have disadvantage on her next attack roll.
Okay.
Then for his second attack, that is another 18 to hit for another 16 damage.
We've done 76 damage to her already, guys.
That is huge.
Zap, zap.
Yes, she has taken 76 damage. Now, granted, this is her lair. She is home. But you guys have done some serious hurt on her already. Anything else you want to do, Ornan Opalbleacher?
Ornan is going to slow her. So with the second hit, she's got 10 less movement than normal.
Okay. And if that's your whole turn, we are going to do a legendary action. So here's my question. Should I do a legendary action that uses one action, or should I use all of her actions for one thing?
Oh, go all out, man.
Oh, go all out?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
we're
mean...
gonna kill her here soon.
whoa, whoa,
Might
whoa.
as well try. We've already killed her sisters.
Sorry. Apparently everyone else disagrees.
Do what you want. Do what you want. I have less than half my hit points right now, so.
Yeah, and coming at you, Guy, is another claw attack. +8 to this roll. It's going to be a 16. Does that hit you?
That is my AC, yes.
And that is going to be another 14 slashing damage.
Ornan is going to use his attack of opportunity to hit her since she hit his friend.
Now, you can't see.
Oh, well,
So does that matter?
it just says immediately after a creature within 5 feet of you hits a target other than you with an attack, you can make an attack of opportunity.
Okay, I guess you get to make that.
It just says within 5 feet of you.
Yeah. So with disadvantage, though,
Yeah. That is a 12 to hit.
that will miss.
Bummer.
I am in pain.
Oh, man.
All right, Mogram, it's your turn. What are you going to do?
Do I get a sense that this fog that has rolled in, if it's magical in nature, that it might be able to be dispelled?
Yes.
Mogram's going to step forward just to the outskirts of the fog, and he's going to uncork a larger vial of his Dark Lotus extract and fling this out into the fog and hoping that it dissipates the fog. And I'm doing this at a 4th level, basically.
Suddenly the fog is gone. It all like falls back, like dry ice. The steam coming off dry ice, how it falls to the ground. This fog just suddenly falls down to the ground and disappears. There's still like that little remnant of fog along the tiles, but it is no longer obscuring everything.
Got it. Cool. Well, that's all that Mogrim's going to do. And then the angel is going to move to here. So she'll come forward and make some attacks as well. 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Only 6 plus the 5, 11 damage. And then, Guy, are you all done with your temporary hit points then?
Yeah, they're all gone, yes. Far and away gone.
Okay. Then she'll... I roll the 1 every single time for her temporary hit point thing.
I will take it.
So she comes in and she's like, have 1 hit point, Guy. Ah, you're so welcome.
She's gracious.
I know. And then she hits again with a 14 to hit, which I'm guessing might not do it.
14 does not do it. Nope.
Okay, that's it.
Okay. All right. Another claw attack is coming at Guy. Guy does a natural 20 hit you.
A natural 20 will definitely hit me.
Okay. That is going to be 6d6 plus 5. That is going to be 31 slashing damage.
And I'm down.
Oh no.
Guy drops, and there is one more legendary action after Baldric's turn. Baldric erupts from the water, wings spread like a dragon as he lands on the tiles, glances over to see what is going on, and he is going to use his 4th level spell to cast Polymorph.
Oh.
So she is going to need to make a wisdom saving throw. Difficulty 15.
We love cheese. We love cheese.
Oh, she rolled a 16. You see her start to change her shape. You actually almost see like her cheeks start to sink in like they were before when you saw her in her like hag form in Cladvina, but then she manages to bust back out of it. She is still in her beautiful princess form. And that is Baldric's turn, and the last legendary action is coming at Ornin right now. Ornin, does a 15 hit you?
A 15 will miss.
She could have rolled that when she was fighting me if she wanted.
Yeah,
but...
I got this shiny frog armor from downstairs. It's lovely.
After she swings at Ornin and misses, she glances back at that apparatus with the crystals, and then she turns back towards you, and she says, I'm afraid it's too late for you to save both of them. You'll have to choose if you can get past me.
Okay, Batman.
We are back up to the top of the initiative with Sylvie next time. All right, you guys, here you are in the throne room of Fen and Fog fighting Princess Violet, the last surviving monarch of the Court of Fen and Fog.
Feels pretty Dark Knight-y to me.
Well, there's a reason. Anyway, all right. Hey, thanks for playing, and thank you all for listening. Don't forget,
I'm going to stop carrying around this banner of bravery and start wearing a shield again, because nothing's made us afraid.
That's because we're tough.
No, but you also can raise it up, and people get a free attack.
Yeah, but
you never do that part.
We have to be in the right position for that to happen, though. And really, only Ornin and myself do melee attacks anyway. So.
Well, and now there's an angel here who could have done a melee attack too. Just saying. Oh, wait, you're dead and making death saving throws. That's right. All right, guys.
I got faded, guys.
Rude.
Okay, well, hey, don't forget, go check out Patreon if you want to see the maps of this place. And go check out our shop. You can get buttons, you can get shirts, all that fun stuff. And Your Neighbor's Potatoes is over there on Patreon as well. You can listen to some of our after show chat. And until we get together next time, we hope you have a great time.